Hello students, now let us learn the mathematical operations and vector operations in series. We have learned about some mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We can also use these mathematical operations on series, and this can be done using scalars and functions. We already learned about scalar. If we use a scalar to initialize a series, then all the elements of the series is initialized to the same value. When we use scalar with a series for initialization, then an index array can be specified. In this case, the size is the same as the size of the index array. We have learned the different mathematical operators in the previous classes, and some of those operators are addition, subtraction, and what is this? Multiplication, and the slash for division. So let us consider this example given in the textbook. So we are having the series for these students' name: Amit, Sneha, Manya, Pari, Lavinia, and these are their marks, original marks. Suppose we want to add 5 more marks for each of these students. Suppose these are 5 students and we want to increase 5 marks for these students. What do you think? What operator shall we choose from here to increase 5 marks for each student? Means to plus 5 for each student. In other words, this means that we are using a scalar to initialize this series. Here we have a series named M1 which stores the marks and names of the students. As you can see here, the index is the name. So students' names are the indexes for our series M1. And in this line, we are using a for loop in order to access all the items or the elements of M1. And for each of these values in M1, we are assigning 5 more marks. So as you can see here, value plus 5. The operator that we are using here is 5 because we want to increase the marks for each value by 5. Here you can see that we are adding 5 to the value of M1. This can be done by simply writing the value plus 5. So when we print M here, M1 is the name of the series, we are getting 461. That means 456 plus 5 equal to 461. Similarly here, so we compare with the previous values. From 478 it is changing to 483, and similarly for the rest. Next is vector operations. So if you want to perform an operation for an individual elements, we can use vector operations. Here we have this series 1, 2, 3, all these. So check this line first. This variable star 2. The original list is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here it is saying that we have to repeat this list twice. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is repeating twice. Now you can see there is no space here, whereas in the next line there is space here. Before 2 and after R there is space for the star. So this means multiplication. So whenever you write multiplication, please add space. So here series var 1, original series 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So multiply by 2. So here we have 1 into 2, which is 2. 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 3 into 2, 6, 4 into 2, 8, 5 into 2, 10. So you understand, right? All these we are getting from this series, and all these numbers we are getting from this line. Now if you want to change the numbers to 3, 4, 5, whatever number you want to write, you can change here. And this is the output or the answer for this line. This is the output. So here we can see that the elements of the series are being multiplied by 2. And keep in mind that any operations that are being performed on a series gets performed on every single element. Similarly, you can apply vector operations on series such as exponentiation. Here these two asterisks means the exponentiation. Here we have the series var, which includes the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 from the original series that you have seen before. So 1 to the power of 3 is 1. Next is 2 to the power of 3, which is 8. Next, 3 to the power of 3 is 27. That means for each element, we are finding the exponentiation of each element by 3. That means the cube of each of these elements. Similarly, in this next example, we are simply adding series var plus series var, which means add the original series twice. Here it means 1 plus 1, which is 2. Next 2 plus 2, which is 4. Next 3 plus 3, which is 6, and so on. So this is how we apply vector operations on series. We will stop here for this topic, and we shall meet again in the next video.